Oh, go live. There we go. Yay! We did it. Only 15 minutes late this time. Jesus Christ.
Nice. Starts
Excellent
with
connection.
you go live.
Aw, hell. Your
So that's
audio. Hold on. Talk again?
For sure.
Okay.
Hello?
It sounded like you were shitting yourself out for a second because of my internet, but it sounds good. Alright. Oh, uh-oh. I should not be streaming on the, There's nothing that they need to, that they didn't need to see there.
Oh, it's finally happening.
Woo!
I'll post.
17 years in the making. Christ in hell. My internet decided to go out 15 minutes before the stream. So we're on the hotspot and we're on a prayer. It says it's connected to the Ethernet now. I don't know.
I wouldn't trust it.
We'll give it another
I
we'll give it another
trust
5 minutes. And then I'll see if it's still up.
What are the rules again?
The rules? What do you mean the rules?
Who if you start, I picked Death Grip, so you start, right?
Yeah. Hold on.
Hello, Jenna.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in.
Alright. What's up, guys? You are now tuned into Societycore, Season 2. Hope you guys are having a great time tonight.
It's 2 p.m.
It's 2 p.m. It is 2 p.m.
Why did you say that?
Alright, I think I should connect to the Ethernet. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try
God.
it. I'm gonna try it.
Thank you, Mac.
Let's find out. Let's find out.
Fall apart
Let's find out.
instantly.
Let's find out. Let's find out. Okay. Okay. I think we're still there. I think I think it fixed itself.
Because I can still hear you on
Okay.
Discord.
Okay. I think we did it.
All right. The stream didn't drop at any point.
Let's go. Let's go. It's back. The internet's back.
Holy
The
shit.
internet's
Okay.
back. We
Internet
did
is back.
it.
We did it. We can now officially start.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Good lord. Good fucking lord. Alright.
So,
I think,
I'm gonna start with Full Moon, Death Classic.
I know it sounds crazy, but whenever I touch these sandwiches, you're gonna laugh at me, you're gonna think I'm nuts, you're gonna think I'm crazy. When I touch these sandwiches, I feel the hands of every person who's touched them
Hello?
before and after me.
You hear
I
it?
feel this jolt.
Oh, you don't hear it. You don't hear it. You don't
My
hear it.
head to the tip of my you-know-what. Sometimes,
Yes,
while I'm grabbing
oh,
these sandwiches with my bare hands, I just can't help but throw my head back in ecstasy and moan. So whenever I go and talk to chicks, the chicks say to me, "What do you do?" And I say, "Yes, I do grab sandwiches with my bare hands in a factory." And don't laugh at me. I feel like a spirit, like an orb, shoot through my body every time I grab a sandwich. You know, a lot of people laugh at me, they beat me up, they give me black eyes, they broke my nose 4 times, you know, because I just like to make sandwiches, and I get bullied about it, and I get bullied for it, and they pull my underwear up, and due to feces does fall out because of how hard they pull. But will I stop grabbing sandwiches with my bare hands and moving them down the assembly line? Absolutely freaking not, if you know what I mean. Like, no, the answer's no way. This is the only thing that brings my life joy. And you can beat me up, you can threaten to kill me, you can dox me, you can come to my house in a black SUV. I'm not gonna stop doing this. I love the people of this country, I love giving them soggy sandwiches, and no, I'm not gonna stop.
Alright guys, thanks for tuning in to Societycore. Season 2. We're back. We're Joe
so
fucking back right now. Motherfucking death grips. I went insane during this, but that's okay.
Yeah, internet issues, but they're fixed now, so we can
No
start.
fucking
I
around
think-
anymore.
Yeah, traditionally, I chose Death Grips. I've been listening to them for a long time. I think this is Jonathan's first time through their discography, so I think you should start with their first
Oh, God.
single.
Okay. The first single, you mean the EP?
What, Full Moon Death Classic?
Yeah.
Isn't it just one song?
Oh. Okay, so there's 3 songs on there. There's 6 songs on it. 3 songs are on Ex-Military, and the other 3 are just on the EP.
What are the other 3?
There's a song called Death Grips,
Uh-huh.
and a song called Face Melter. And
Why
then,
aren't they on
I don't fucking know. But then the other 3 are on Ex-Military, but that's okay. We're gonna start this one off strong. The Death Grips EP. I'll start with Full Moon. Full Moon was fucking dog shit. I don't know what was going on there. I did not like it. I gave it a fucking 4, okay? Death Grips and Face Melter, I gave 8. So I don't know what was going on. The first 2 tracks were awesome. I really love that they sampled like Nancy Sinatra on Death Grips. That was fucking awesome. That last song made me want to kill myself though. So overall, 2 bangers and one of the worst things I've ever heard.
Wait, which is the bad one?
The one that you listened to.
Is this Full Moon?
Full
You
Moon,
don't
yeah.
like Full
No,
Moon
I
Death
don't.
Classic? I'm listening to Face Melter right now. I have actually heard this before, but I didn't re-listen to it
Yeah.
for the thing. What's the last one called?
It's
I'm
called
trying-
Death Grips. It's just called Death Grips.
I'm just
I
gonna-
think it
Grips by
has I think it has some other name behind it as well.
Where the fuck is
It's like there's
this?
like a parentheses. Death Grips parentheses next grips. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Damn, let's listening to the music midstream.
Oh yeah. I know I fucked up. My bad.
But yeah, I didn't count the full EP because half of it was in Ex-Military, so I just did what wasn't in Ex-Military.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, you hated it is what I'm getting.
I loved the first 2 songs. That third song was dog shit.
So I really like Full Moon
Oh, okay.
Classic. I think it's great. It's a classic.
It says classic in the name.
It says classic in the name, so basically they're telling you that you're wrong. There is not a lot to say.
Yeah.
It's like their earliest
Yeah.
sound.
And you definitely fucking shows.
It does, but also I really enjoy that sound.
Yeah. Honestly,
I
for
have the
me,
opposite experience than you
okay.
though. I like
Sex
Full
military.
Moon a lot more than Next Grips.
Damn. Well, I think for me, I put it in B.
B.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think overall it would be a B for me as, as
Okay.
well, because I have Full Moon as an A tier track. My methodology for this one, which we
Oh,
should probably
fuck.
talk about a little, is I just did a song tier list and then gave like each tier a score,
Oh,
uh,
okay.
and then did like average track
Okay.
score.
I have two
So
things for mine as well,
nice.
but we're putting it in B. Is there anything else you want to talk about your grading?
I will have a lot more to say later. About
Okay.
my grading, no, but yeah, this because it was 3 tracks and I forgot to listen. My
Yeah,
bad.
that's fine. So I did two things. Oh shit. There's buffering.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh's right.
It looks fine now.
Uh-oh's right. Anyways, um what was I gonna say? I included two separate things on each project for the most part. This one I forgot to do one. But one thing I picked out for every project was my favorite sample. So for the Death Grips EP, I put my favorite sample as Lightning's Girl, which is the Nancy Sinatra one, and that one was on the song Death Grips. I thought that was awesome.
Nice.
So that's all I have to say for the E EP.
Okay. Ex-military then.
Yeah.
So this is like the classic Death Grips sound, I think. This is the only album with like a featured other artist, I think, on any of the songs. Aside from a single with
Oh.
Les Claypool, but and that was interesting. Um, I also think fun fact about this album is that vinyls of it are worth so much money because they have such a like massive following now, and not a lot were created. Um, and I love it. I think uh, as like memed as guillotine is, and as funny as it is that it the word is mispronounced the entire song. It's also a classic, and there are a ton of amazing fucking tracks on here. I absolutely love the Jane's Addiction sample at the start of the album. Like, Beware is just one of the hardest hitting openers of any album ever. It's so iconic. Um, and yeah, I don't know. What do you have to say?
For me, I think my hottest Death Grips take
Uh-oh.
is that I like ex-military, but I don't think it's that great. It's like it's cool. I think so much of it almost sounds like and it's like they're just barely enough to merit like a song. Like they just barely fit in the context of like what I would say like is song structure or stuff with that without it like just being like super experimental, so where you can't really follow most of what's going on.
What?
It's just like I think it switches up too much. Like it's on the borderline of being not listenable. I'll say that. I think that's
No
what I
fucking way.
remember for ex-military.
No fucking way.
But
Sorry.
it's like I like stuff. It's good, but I'm just like I don't fully see the vision, or I guess agree with the vision they have for it. Like it's cool, but I'm not like, oh my god, you know.
I can't could not disagree more. I think it's like one of the more approachable
Damn.
albums. Like I have people start off here
Damn.
usually
Damn.
in their discography
I would never
because
recommend that.
it's so like most of the songs are to me well structured. Like
Okay.
I have an S, I think Guillotine, Tachyon, Lord of the Game, Beware, and I Want It, I Need It. I think the sample of Spread Eagle like is a little tiring, but it's
Yeah.
still a fantastic track overall. I used to not like it though, so I can understand not liking it because it's repetitive. Um,
My
I love
favorites
Known for It.
were
Cling.
Spread Eagle, Across the Block,
Mhm.
Tachyon, and I Want It, I Need It.
Not a fan of the drumming on Lord of the Game.
I don't even remember it.
All right, you gotta listen to this shit again. That's crazy.
I like
This-
tried listening to it again, and I'm just like, I don't want to listen to this.
Oh my god, this is like the most like drums forward
I think that's might be where I'm just
Album.
like, it hurts too much to
at
listen.
times.
Where I'm just like, and I'm just like, all right, I'm over it.
I fucking love the drumming on this album. It is. I don't know. It feels so like
It is a mixtape, so it is just like it really just feels like a bunch of random shit thrown at your face.
that's
the whole
true. There
time.
isn't a lot of cohesion to it. Which I think like the songs that are weaker are the ones that are just like a bunch of like random electronic stuff, seemingly random electronic
Yeah.
stuff, that can kind of like fuck up the flow of the album.
Yeah.
I don't think they all like really meshed together as a group as well as they could have,
Mhm.
but there also are just those moments like it's just all time tracks and
Yeah.
just such incredible like usage of samples and super fun.
Incredible might be
tracks.
stretching it.
Ah, come on. You're gonna say that they don't like create one of the most fun lead-ins to any album ever?
That was crazy. That was fucked. Charles Manson.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Fucked up.
I think it's a great intro. I'm saying A tier.
I have my favorite sample.
Yeah, your favorite
My
sample.
favorite sample is the Interstellar Drive by Pink Floyd on I Want It, I Need It. I thought that was really cool.
Can you try and recreate the sound? Just 'cause I don't
Bow
remember.
now, 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 bow now, man, now, 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 bow
Oh,
now, now,
yeah,
now,
okay.
bow.
Yeah, that part is sick as fuck.
Ding, now, now, bow.
Where do you want to put it?
I put it at the highest of B on mine.
It's not even the lowest of A for me. Is the crazy
Damn.
part.
Damn.
So, but the rules are rules. You get to decide.
We'll put it at the top of B for right now. If I'm feeling, we'll see where we align later.
All right, understandable.
And then I have my other thing. So I also ended up choosing my favorite lyrics for every project.
Hell yeah! That was something I meant to do, but I forgot about it until like yesterday, and I'm like, I don't have time.
This one I had two. There was two that I chose. I fuck the music, I make it come. I thought that was pretty awesome.
I fucked the music with my serpent tongue. Come on.
Yeah,
So
and then
iconic.
the second lyric I had was volcano pussy melt your Peter like ice. That was pretty awesome too. Those are my favorite lyrics.
That's so good. I love Death Grip's lyrics.
That's the best part.
All right, the best part. Oh
No,
my
I'm
gosh.
kidding. I'm kidding.
From coming from you,
No.
that doesn't listen to lyrics.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, next one I start. What is this?
Yes.
Live from Death Valley. We're putting this so early, even though it just came out, because they actually were just singles that came out before the Money Store. So
Yeah.
we're doing it chronologically instead of the actual release date. This one had Poser Killer and Fired Up. Poser Killer I thought was good. I gave it a 7. Fired Up I gave it a 5. Overall, I don't think I really remember it that much.
Come on.
And I didn't care for it. It was like it wasn't bad. It wasn't like good. So it was just like very, very middle for me. I did not care for it. I just kind of forgot about it.
Starting to get pissed off. Fired Up S tier. Poser Killer A tier.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Fired Up is like a minute long, which is a little sad. I wish it was longer,
Damn.
but it's so fun.
Damn.
It's just like
It's just like
It's so heavy.
for a minute.
no, it's not straight. It's
Okay.
that's just like the synth sound that's
Mm.
used. It's so heavy and like it has such a nice like groove and bounce. I don't know how to describe it. I think it's sad that they took so long to like actually
Release it like over 10 years later.
Yeah, but because they're great, and also it made me sad because I didn't know that they were old tracks. I was like, oh, they're like reusing a bunch of like sounds from their 2011 2012 era. That's so cool. I didn't know that they were just made then.
No.
So when it came out, I thought there was like new music coming because they did a tour too. But no. Death Grips is dead and over. So I'm definitely a little
offline.
blinded by nostalgia. Damn. But I honestly, because it's so short, it doesn't really matter.
Okay. I ended up putting it at the lower end of B.
That's fine because it's not. It's barely a release.
Yeah. All right. Oh, my favorite lyric for that one was, when you start talking, I don't listen. I just wait for you to finish, and when you're done, I'll say that's crazy. I don't know why. I thought that was so fucking funny. So all I can think about is that, damn, that's crazy meme. Like,
That's exactly what it's saying. MC Wright ahead of his time.
it was. Okay. Your turn.
Oh shit, it's me for the money store.
The money
Wait,
store.
I gotta. Are we gonna get demonetized for my money store shirt? Gotta show it off real quick. This is my favorite Death Grips album, and it's the best one, because there's nothing unlistenable on it. It's like it's a great place for people to start, because it's like it feels almost like pop compared to the rest of their music.
My God.
Like it's so much more like approachable and like intentionally fun. Like a lot of the stuff is supposed to be really like challenging, but they just make a lot of very like listenable, upbeat like tracks on it. I think almost every track can be an S tier track, but I did put Punk Weight and Lost Boys at A and Double Helix and Fuck That at B. Everything else I think is like some of their best tracks. Hacker, one of my favorite tracks of all time.
I agree with
and-
all that, except I also put The Fever is lower.
Oh, okay. That's yeah, I can see that. I just love the song structure of it. God, it's just so fucking good. And the album that they sampled is a fucking like Arabic ringtone collection, which I don't know how they found that. That's the especially in what 2012 is when it
Yeah.
came out, right? So they had to have been working on it for pre 2012. They were like, "Oh, sick. This absolutely fire ringtone collection. Let's just make some of the most interesting electronic music ever with these samples.
Sick fucks.
Uh, yeah, it's a masterpiece. Love it. And I didn't even talk about the lyrics, but hopefully you have some gems. I think every single track has like at least a couple fantastic one-liners, and then
Yeah.
some songs are just incredible throughout. Like, all right, S tier, of course.
All right.
What do you
For
have to say?
me, my favorites were Get Got, Hustle Bones, System Blower, Bitch Please. And then those are all 8s, and for my 9s, I got I've Seen Footage and Hacker.
No 10.
No 10s.
Wow.
Maybe I put I've Seen Footage at a 10, but I think this is I would agree, or I would say this is where I'd suggest people to start listening to Death Grips, because I think it just works more as an album, and it's like their early sound. And if you want, I feel like to appreciate some of their other stuff, you really gotta at least listen to the Money Store, and then you can like some of their older projects more to see like how their sound and style has developed. This one I really liked. It was not my favorite album, but it's
Ooh,
high up
that's
there.
exciting.
It's high up there. I think I don't know, it's just fun. It's so different. It's unique. If you want to try anything that's weird, I would say this is like a good place to start at to break your music taste a little bit.
Yeah.
My favorite sample, they sample Salt and Peppa on I've Seen Footage with the fucking like drum beat, like the part. So that was crazy. And then my favorite lyric was "Eat this 44 Magnum dick." I don't remember which song it was, but
Okay. Just for like a devil's advocate a little bit, the reason that I recommend ex-military over the Money Store as a start is because it's really possible to like the Money Store and then not like anything else that Death Grips has done.
that's true.
Because it is like more like listenable or approachable, I guess
Yeah,
is the right word. But if you like ex-military, you're gonna
digestible.
love the Money Store, and you might actually like all the rest of their stuff too.
That makes sense.
But it's hard to get people into Death Grips.
Yeah.
So.
This was a brutal task for me at the beginning.
That's off the Cage, by the way.
What?
Another big. That lyric is off the Cage.
Oh, the
by
Cage.
way.
Okay. Well, I originally had it the top of A, but we can put it at in S for right now.
Let's go.
All right. Oh shit.
You're up for the Cock album.
So this album, I think it was either this one. I basically stopped listening for like an entire month or something. I don't know if it was this album or the next one, but I was like, I had listened to everything else prior, and I was just like, I don't know if I got this in me. I was like,
No!
I was like, how the fuck is there like 4 or 5 more albums left? Like, I don't know how I'm gonna deal with this. And one of them's like a double album. I was like, I don't know if I can do it. But I think I'd finished it. I finished it, and then that's when I was like that. So it was after I'd listened to it. This one I liked. There are parts that I liked, and then other parts where I'm just like, what the fuck is going? I was like, if all their other music after this sounds like this, I don't think I can do it. But I know I liked No Love and Artificial Death in the West, and those are the only tracks that really stood out to me.
That's crazy.
It was like, I don't know. It was just kind of like I'm over it. It was fine, but I'm over it. I like barely remember. Like there was some stuff I really liked, and then I'm just like I don't remember most. A lot of it was just kind of like sixes and fives. So it was like some good songs and then some stuff that was like completely forgettable to me.
This feels like I'm talking to my past self, to be honest. Because when I first was listening to Death Grips, I didn't like this album at all. It was my least favorite, and I expected it to be kind of like I expected to have that same reaction. Uh, but doing this re-listen, I was ashamed. I was like,
You're
wait,
ashamed.
this is so good. How I've been sleeping on this for so long. And I ended up having my rankings like flip around quite a bit, and this is like I think I have this as my second highest rated
Dear God.
of any of them. Let me double
Dear
check.
God.
Yep, this is my second highest rated.
You're a sick
album.
fuck. You're a sick
No, it's
fuck.
so good.
You're a
It's
sick fuck.
So like just tight. There's no bad tracks. It's a lot more like A's. It's like almost all A's for me. I have 7 A tier tracks, 6 S tiers, and then 2 B tier tracks. I didn't have anything below that. I absolutely love this album. It just, yeah, I think this is their peak era.
Damn.
Like, it's really similar in like style to the Money Store, but it doesn't have that kind of like motif of the shared samples, so it doesn't like come together in the same way as cohesively, but it does like, so that makes it, I guess, like less approachable, which is I think part of why it took me so long to really like it. But I think it's a classic, and I did not have it in S. My only S was the Money Store, but it could easily go there, and I had it at the top of A for sure.
Dear God.
I love it.
I had it below Ex-Military and the Death Grips EP.
I hate the rules that we've established because it's criminal putting this at that fucking low. Like, No Love was one of the first Death Grip songs I ever heard. Actually, it might even have been the first, and then I was like, shit, I gotta like check them out. Have you seen the music video?
No.
It makes them seem like the most fun band to see live because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just like pretty much a video of them on the stage, but like Zach Hill, you know the whole like centerpiece of that track is the bass, right?
Yeah.
And so Zach is like holding a bass up to the entire like giant speaker up to his ear,
Damn.
like fucking Atlas. It's so sick. Yeah.
God.
Bass Rattle Stars Out the Sky, also a banger. Come Up and Get Me has some of my favorite lyrics. I don't like Artificial Death in the West that much.
I like that one.
I do think it's still A tier, but I think because it's like, it's not a super challenging song. It's just like, it's easier to get into because it's a very repetitive sample. They create like a groove and it's just very chill for
Awesome.
like 6 minutes. But there's higher points on the album to me,
Damn.
for sure. I think you got to revisit it in like
Maybe.
a year.
Oh, okay.
See if your opinion changes.
My favorite sample was Wire being sucked in again on Artificial Death in the West. I had completely forgot what the sample was, but whatever that is, and then the lyrics are "I'm the coat hanger inside your man's vagina." I thought that one was pretty good.
There's layers to that one. Holy shit.
Yeah,
uh,
I like that one a lot.
did you put what track that's on?
I forgot. I think it's. I have no idea. I have no idea actually.
I'm gonna find it.
What do you
That's
think
on-
about it
that's on
being
Deep
below
Web.
ex-military in the tier list?
That's probably where I would have put it when I first got into them.
Yeah,
But I have it now at top
that's
of it.
crazy.
So,
That's crazy. I'll
It's up
put
to
it.
you.
I'll put it in front of ex-military.
all right,
Top of B.
fine. The things that I put in B are gonna end up in fucking D at this point. Jesus.
I think I don't even know. I put so much in B on mine.
We're gonna have S.
I put so much in B, so we'll just probably have to readjust.
Yeah.
Maybe we can change C and D to some other letter. Okay. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? You start the next one.
Yep. And
Government
the
plates.
next one is government plates. This is a mess. It's like, as an album, it's kind of unlistenable, I think. But
Valid.
track by track, there's some really unique, interesting stuff on here. I love. Oh God. I'm trying to do it by memory, but I don't think I remember the full title. You might think he loves you for your money, but I know what he really loves you for. It's your brand new leopard skin pillbox hat. Yeah, that's the
That's
track.
a Bob Dylan reference.
It is?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
My partner was like, "That's Bob Dylan," and I'm like, "What?" Yeah, leopard skin pillbox is a Bob Dylan song or something.
Interesting. And then I also think Two Heavens is an S tier track. Birds is an A for me. Violence is an A. Feels Like a Wheel is an A. And then it kind of just goes into the three B tiers, a C tier, and two D tiers. I didn't have any F tier tracks on this. I don't think I had. Let's see. I think I have one F tier track in the entire. Oh no, never mind. Three F tier tracks in
Damn.
their discography. But yeah, as an album, it's kind of tough. Doesn't really come together. But Robert Pattinson played the guitar on Birds, so
That's pretty cool.
fun facts.
All right. This album, I liked one song a lot. I liked Big House. I think that was just because it was fucking weird.
Very
Everything
weird. I hate
else,
that.
it was
It's my
just-
least
I
favorite.
love that one. I don't know why. I was like it was stupid, so I loved it. Everything else I kind of forget. I think the thing I hated the most was Whatever I Want and Bonnie.
Yeah, I don't.
This album, this is definitely the point where I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I was like, I listened to that and I'm like, oh hell, we got instrumental EPs to listen to after this too. What the fuck? I was like, I have a very daunting task ahead of me. I was like, I don't know if I can do this shit. Government Plates as an album fucking feels like MC Ride just went into the studio, just started fucking blabbering on for like 2 hours, and then Zach Hill took all the lyrics and then he's like, all right, I'm gonna add music to these random things that he just said. Like it feels like all of his vocals feel like they were just made first and they added music to it later, and it's like fucking bad. It is a bad album. The flow makes no sense on like any of the songs.
I think the opener is one of their best tracks.
It
All
starts
time.
off crazy, but like I
Yeah.
think that's, I don't know. This is their worst album in my opinion.
That's a reasonable opinion. Yeah. I think it's their least critically acclaimed one, if I remember correctly. Shockingly, somehow it ended up in B tier for me, but it was like it barely like snuck in. Like
I
average.
had it near the end of B tier, but I'm down to put it in C if you want.
No, I like it in B. Yeah,
Okay.
because
Okay.
there's enough interesting stuff in there. It's just as an album, oh my god, it's tough. It's tough to listen to. Front start to front. There's also just a lot of like um it feels like there's a struggle between the members on it, and I think like as a band they were not. I can't remember the timeline of when they like broke up and got back together, but it would make a lot of sense to me if they were like
They
not
broke
doing
up
well as a
before
group.
this one, and then they like released it, and then they broke up again or something.
Yeah, because it like what you said with like Zach Hill, it feeling like he had to work around like Riot's flows.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And then I feel like Andy Morin came in with like wanting to have like some fully electric tracks, and so some of the songs I can't remember which ones do this. It was definitely the ones I liked less. It's just kind of like remixes basically of a rap, and it doesn't feel like they're all three playing together, but like they're all
No,
three kind
yeah.
of trying out different things.
That shit was ass. Dog shit. I'm sorry, Death Grips, I love you, but I hate that fucking album. I like took a month off like during this time. I was like, I can't keep listening to it.
Do you really want to put it in B if you hate it that much?
I don't
Like,
know. Thinking about it's getting me angry.
Yeah, don't put it in B then, because
right.
it's only a B for me because it has like 5 songs I love, and then the rest like it's more bad than good for sure. And B is a passing grade.
Yeah.
B is
Yeah,
like
I put that
he did
shit in C.
good.
All right. I think we shouldn't grade the 2 parts of Powers That Be separately.
Yeah,
If we want to just switch to
That's
Fashion Week.
fine with me. That's the order that I did it. So,
Okay. I do this one, right? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Fashion Week. I remember I got to him like, all right, I still have so much shit I need to listen to, and I was like, Aiden, I normally listen to everything 3 times through, but I think if it's
You
not a
tapped
studio album, I'm not gonna fucking listen to it 3 times. So everything I listened to Powers That Be, Bottomless Pit, and You're the Snitch 3 times. Everything else I only listened to once. Fashion Week, I think I was feeling pretty depressed. I was zenning while at work and like behind like the thing I had to like watch over some stuff a while ago, and I just put that on, listened to it once, and the thing I wrote for it was Nicotine, solid 6. So those are the only thoughts I have for Fashion Week. I think I remember it being like, I don't know what's going on. This is like interesting, but they have no desire to ever listen to it ever again.
Yeah, I had only listened. That was also my experience when I was like, I'm gonna listen to every album they've done and be a big fan. Like, wow, that was uncompelling. Because it's all instrumental and like, where's MC Ride? Come on. But in the live show, there, they had I think 2 water breaks and like rest breaks for Ride to not have to be like screaming into the mic for 2 hours straight, and they played I think tracks off of this during that, and they were really good tracks, and so I was excited to come listen to this because I'm like, wait, they have some great instrumental stuff. And overall,
It's
it
just
was
like
mostly
Made in Timeland.
C's. it's not that bad. It's a lot better than Made in Timeland.
For
Jesus Christ.
the breaks during the
Oh,
concert.
like yeah, the function of it is I think E and H are
Oh, I don't fucking
amazing.
remember that.
Yeah, I don't like. It's hard to
Yeah.
Runway E and then Runway H, like just that, not two or anything. And then I had those in S. I think J, Y, and lowercase n3 were all good, and then the rest was like, eh. If you
Oh yeah,
really
wasn't
like,
it called Jenny Death When, right?
yeah, just that one, because fans were being annoying, and they hate fans. Uh, H is my favorite for sure, right?
No idea.
Yeah, just like go to 10 seconds into H, listen to that really quick. It's got that meaty ass like synth. It's so crazy, and it's like I don't even know how to describe it.
Oh, it's like the brown
It's
note.
so fucking cool.
Yeah.
That track is awesome. It's also easy to listen to mostly. There isn't a lot that's like, oh, that sucked. It's mostly just like, okay, that's a nice, like high energy instrumental
I think
with
for me, I'm like, this is
fun
music. This is music, all right.
yeah. So if you really like Death Grips and you love the
If you want
shit
more,
they make and
if
you want more,
more,
I recommend listening to it. As far as a tier for me, quality for me, it was like I think it's a B overall. Like average track score was a B, but in their discography, I think it's a C because there's no
Okay.
MC Ride. It doesn't.
I'm
It doesn't
fine with
deserve
putting
better
it
than that.
above
Yeah, yeah, I
government
agree.
plates. All right, the next one. You start this one.
Oh God.
The powers
I
that be.
think this is from what I know of how you feel. This might be our biggest disagreement.
Uh-oh.
Um, I really like Disc One. I think the concept of it is super cool, and I think they do kind of push it to its limit, so it doesn't like it had maybe the potential to be like S tier, but it took me a while to really get into it because it is definitely very weird and like dark at times, especially lyrically. Um, but I do overall love the first half. The second half I want to love so much because I love like the guitar on it. Um, and the first two tracks, right? Yeah, Mirrors and Inanimate Sensation go so incredibly hard. But I think the mixing and production on it is kind of rough. Like it doesn't sound good at times. Like it's a great arrangement and it's the playing is great, but it just sounds kind of like cheap and rough in a way that other tracks on it, like not every track, but some tracks sound worse than others, which sucks. I don't know what the reason for that is. I feel like they just needed to spend more time like mixing and mastering disc 2 to really
You should just call it by the names.
there's a reason.
Jenny Death and
Yeah, uh-huh.
the other one.
The other one, yeah. So overall for me it was like right in between A and B, but leaning towards B.
No.
And we can talk more about which specific tracks we liked, but want to hear what you have to say.
All right. This is I got to this album and I was like, damn. I can actually do it. I can finish the Death Grips discography. I was like, this shit is so fucking awesome. I'm so excited to see whatever they made after this. It completely blew me away. I didn't know anything about it going in. I just knew, I was like, oh my god, it's a fucking double album. I can't do this shit. I listened to Fellows on the Moon, and
Fellas on the Moon, yeah.
I found out that fucking Björk is on like every single song.
Yep.
And they just like sampled her, and I was like, this is so fucking unique, and I've like never heard anything like it at all. And I just thought that was like really cool. Like overall, I was just like, okay, this is cool. I was like, I'm enjoying it. It's like really, really cool, like up there. I was like, I don't know if I like it as much as the Money Store, but it was still pretty good. Then I got to Jenny Death, and the second half for me, it blew my dick off. I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa, Death Grips using instruments. They're using guitars, using all this other stuff. I was like, this is fucking awesome. I'd never fucking thought they'd do it. I think just like being so fucking surprised, like being so used to their one sound and seeing that they can do this other one and make it like so fun and interesting, and just combining it also with the first half. I'm like, this is all I could ever want from this band. I was like, this is peak.
Nice.
It was so fucking cool. The only song that I gave less than a 7 was Fuck Me Out, and everything else is higher than that.
My least favorite track on
Yeah.
Big Dipper as well.
I love some of the songs are like, this is annoying and it's like sounds weird, but it almost made me like it more. Like fucking piss or whatever. It's like,
oh no. That was my lowest on the entire album.
I was just like, this sounds so bad, but I love it so much. It's like,
I'm
it's like so weird. I was like, this is awesome.
Nice.
And then the 9s, I gave Beyond Alive a 9.
Yeah.
And then we have a Societycore first here. I gave On GP not a 10, not an 11. I gave that bitch a fucking 12. Okay, I don't know what was going on there. I was like, I am this one song.
Yeah.
I could have never expected it to come from Death Grips at all, and it like became one of like my favorite songs ever. And I was like, this is fucking crazy. Like, most of the time, I don't really give a shit about lyrics, and like actually that one like kind of connected to me with the lyrics. It was like just like the sound, the lyrics, like every single aspect that like goes into like what makes a song good. I thought they hit it out of the fucking park, and I fucking loved it, so I gave it a 12.
Hell yeah. That's in the top 3 on the album for me. I just I think it's my second favorite. Inanimate Sensation is one of those songs that like hits me like physically. Like the build up like makes me like physically pumps me up, like makes me feel so like on alert and energized. But yeah, on GP is an amazing song.
And I think it was just like, I could have never expected them to make anything like that, so hearing it, I was just like, it just shows. It's like when a band can do like more than one genre or do like genre bending, I almost have like a different level of respect for them, so I know they're not like a one-trick pony.
Yeah. Death Grips definitely is not a one-trick pony. You can call them a lot of things, but that's not one of them.
God damn it.
Uh,
Then, so yeah, Government Plates, I hated it so much. I don't think I did a favorite sample or lyrics, but this one on Black Quarterback, my favorite sample was like Björk going like, oh yeah, or some shit. Like, it's just like they just kept like doing like they kept like splicing that over and over again. And I really like that sample, so that was my favorite sample on the album. And then for lyrics, this one I chose too. I told or I like my iPod more than fucking. I thought that was awesome. And then this second lyric is probably out of taste, but I heard it and I couldn't stop fucking laughing.
Oh no.
Even though it's like dumb as shit. But he says my shit's been R slurred since beginning of time. And I don't know why, but that was just some like, why is
I
he
love
saying
that
this?
fucking line.
I was
It's
like,
so
that's so
good.
fucking funny to me.
That's on the second half, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's such a, yeah,
those are my favorite lyrics for the album.
yeah. I'm scrolling through the lyrics on the first disc are kind of just so insane.
Yeah,
I think but it's like it's a lot harder to parse what any particular track is about, I think, than on other albums,
Yeah.
especially like compared to The Money Store or No Love Deep Web. But there's so much really like crazy wordplay and just really strange references. I love Say Hey Kid, Voila, and Billy Not Really, Black Quarterback. Up My Sleeves is cool.
yeah,
And then I really liked Beyond Alive, which
yeah.
I
That was my second favorite.
I did not expect that because I'd forgotten about it completely, and I was like, damn, whoops. But I think stuff like Death Grips 2.0, Why a Bitch Gotta Lie, and Pss are are the reason why I don't come back to
Damn.
this like disc 2 very
Damn.
often. But Piss Piss is so like it's so weird that maybe it is something that'll grow on me. But it didn't fit in super well to
Yeah.
me.
I love that song.
So, where are you thinking?
Well, I had it as the top of my list.
The top of your list.
Yeah.
I had it. Okay, so overall it came to a 3.4 repeating, which for me 3.5 was the A tier cutoff.
Okay.
So, I'm leaning definitely happy with an A,
Okay.
a solid A. But it's up to you. If you want to put an S,
I'll put an A for right now.
nice.
I thought that's Death Grips at their best, in my opinion.
Wow. Okay.
All
We're
right.
starting with-
Oh, my turn. Gmail
Okay.
and the restraining orders. I listened to this on an airplane, and I have.
I don't think that really takes anything away from it, to be honest.
I had been I thought I was gonna die because of the turbulence was that scary, and I was listening to. I'm like, this is gonna be the last thing I ever listen to. People are gonna like find like the iPad or like see my Spotify, and it's gonna be stuck on Gmail and the restraining orders by fucking Death Grips, and
They'd be like, "What a
they're gonna
sick
wonder
fuck."
what went wrong. I don't know what the fuck happens on this shit. It's long as hell, weird as fuck. It was played, I guess, before they went on for the Powers That Be tour. I don't know what the fuck. I did not like it. It was dog shit. I think it's the worst thing they've ever put out.
Wow.
That's where I end it.
Wow. The worst thing.
Yeah. I think just because of how long it is, and it's like, I never want to listen to this ever again.
I hard disagree.
Okay.
I would, but not by, like, only because I think there's something that is significantly worse.
Okay.
But it is. I would rather listen to almost anything else that they've released. I don't think that it's necessarily bad. It's just not enjoyable. It's just pure noise.
Yeah.
And it's not pure noise. It doesn't feel like as random or like unskilled or like lazy as the thing that I hate worse. But it also is very difficult to like approach or get anything out of unless you're like like you. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a niche that it like works for. There's definitely some niche. Like I don't know. Maybe you're like cooking like meth, and you're like, yeah, this is my meth cooking soundtrack. Like I can imagine that, and it probably fits great for that.
If you want to make yourself go fucking crazy,
or
listen
like
to this on
doing
repeat.
arson. This is a great arson soundtrack, I think. But it's not fun. So I have it at bottom. What did I put? Yeah, I put it in C.
Okay.
Bottom of C.
I'm down for putting it in D or bottom of C.
If we do that, we gotta add an F tier. If we put it in D, there's gotta be an
Okay,
F
we'll
tier.
put it bottom of C for right now. Dear God. Alright.
Because it's my turn to talk about the horrific, unlistenable garbage that is Interview.
No way!
I hate this shit
Damn.
so much.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Damn.
It's so. First of all, no MC Ride. What the fuck? Second of all, this may be a little bit biased. I have misophonia, so certain sounds are like
What the fuck is misophonia?
misophonia. So like I get like physical pain from certain like noise frequencies, which you would think that music like this would not be good for me, but thankfully it's very very specific things like the
Like
sound of
what?
Velcro,
I feel that.
and like super the thing that comes up most commonly with music is really like tinny high pitched hi-hats, like if they make like a clipping sound or like if a mic clips.
You should listen to
That hurts.
Car Seat Headrest 4.
I don't. If it's gonna hurt me,
Fans
no.
have remade the entire album to get rid of the hi-hat noise because that's how bad it was mixed.
Jesus Christ. So this has some stuff that physically pains me to listen to. But even if it didn't, I would still rather listen to anything else that they've released. Because it's not even like it's kind of long too. It's 6 tracks and every song sucks ass.
Damn.
It like where there's so much noise on Gmail, and it all like comes together. Whereas on this, it's you just go from like one sound to another sound, and there's no flow, and it doesn't come together. It just feels random. It's annoying as hell, and I hate it.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I give this one a 6.5. I think I listened to it. I'm like, yeah, that was pretty boring. Didn't have anything going for it. I think I liked it slightly more than Fashion Week. I was also on a plane listening to this one. I just remember thinking I don't really care for it. So I think this also, for me, would go into a C. I don't remember anything. I'm just like, this is noise. This is instrumental. It's not good. Not anything. Forgettable.
Fashion Week has fun things and interesting stuff that sounds good, and this hurts. Please put it in D, please.
Okay, I'll put it
I'm
in D.
begging you.
I do not anything that is below, that's C or below. I do not fucking care about at all.
Like I don't who enjoys this. That's the thing. Like who's like, yeah, I'm gonna put on some Interview 2016. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think they exist.
Yeah.
Is my thought.
Fine.
Anyway, you
All
want to
right.
talk
Bottomless pit.
bottomless pit?
This one. I thought this one's pretty good. I was scared. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this as much as I like the Powers That Be, or like if it's even gonna come close. I was scared, and I listened to them like, no, that was cool. I think they took some stuff from it, and then I don't remember if they went back and did some of their others. It felt like, I would almost say this is like, this probably has like all their styles the most accurately, I think, compared to any other album. I think if you want something that has a little bit of everything in it that they've done, this is probably the one to go for. I really liked it. A lot of stuff. I think it starts off incredibly strong, and then it starts to taper, and then it gets stronger again towards the end, except for 80808. I fucking hate that song. I gave that one a 5. Everything else was 7s and 8s. My favorite song was Bottomless Pit. That song's awesome. For the longest time,
good.
One of my friends, Rico, I don't know if he's still watching, but he was like, he just started saying shit, and he's like, I'm gonna fuck you in half, and I'm like, huh? And he's like, oh, it's the lyrics from a Death Grip song, and I'm like, oh, okay. I think that was in high school. Ever since then, if somebody's been saying some shit to me and to weird them out, I'd be like, dude, I'm gonna fuck you in half, and they're like, what? So I've been using that phrase. It was very cool getting to finally listen to the song, and it's given context and appreciate I'll fuck you in half for what it was truly supposed to mean.
Wow, I couldn't agree more. This used to be my favorite Death Grips album.
Yeah.
I was kind of shocked. It kind of swapped places with No Love Deep Web with me on this time, on this listen through. I'm sure that can change again, but I think it just has a couple stinkers, which is kind of sad. Like I don't like BB Poison very much, and then I think 80808 is a bad track, which is sad. But yeah, Bottomless Pit, surprisingly one of the least popular tracks on the album, but at least on Spotify. But I think it's fucking.
I'll fuck you in half.
I think that like. I think Hothead is like a good track to pinpoint where like it's like kind of emblematic of how I feel about the album, where it's so like wild and unhinged that sometimes I'm like, this is a bit much, but other times I'm like, I can get into it. Like the blah 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 is I'm just not always in the mood for it. But when I'm in the mood for some Bottomless Pit, it's so fucking fun. And yeah, I hadn't really thought about it having like kind of all of their styles, because I'd say it's sequenced very very well, where like it flows between styles a bit. Like there's the more like electronic stuff in the center, and then it starts off with the really heavy crazy shit and then goes into the more weird stuff, and the weird stuff doesn't always hit, but 3 Bedrooms in a Good Neighborhood really does, to me. Yeah.
My last thing I'll add, my favorite lyrics were, of course, I'll fuck you in half, and the other one was subwoofer I'm dry humping. I like that one.
That's so fucking good. Holy shit.
Subwoofer, I hardly know her.
I really should have gone through the lyrics on this. I feel bad about that.
The third time I listened to stuff, I looked at the lyrics.
Nice.
So
Definitely more than 3 listens for me.
I would I put this in A.
I also have this in A. Yep.
I had it below Powers That Be.
That's good with me.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh God, steroids.
Yeah, wait, whose turn is it?
I think it's yours. Is it or is it mine?
Wait.
No, it might be mine.
Okay, it was.
You did
started-
Fashion Week, or you did Interview. I did Bottomless, so I think it's yours.
Oh yeah, I did do interview. Yeah. Okay. So we're on Crouching Tiger,
Hidden Gabber.
Hidden Gabber. This was another big change from before, where I think that if
Okay,
this
I have a question
was
for you
an-
though. Did you listen to the whole Record Store Day release, or did you just listen to Steroids?
what do you mean? Like including the which thing?
More Than the
'Cause
Fairy and Electronic Drum Solo Dub Mix.
I did listen to those, but I separated it.
Okay, I
Yeah.
included them.
Okay, I think for the rating, those should be separate. I don't know, because it's kind of like here, check out these cool bonus tracks.
That's
But
true.
the EP itself is like is the thing that is split into section 1 through 8, right?
Yeah,
Which I wish they would have actually
so do I.
changed them into different tracks, because I don't think they actually, like, some people will say like, oh, they flow super well together. Fans of this will say like, oh, they flow well, they transition, it's cool, it's unique, and I'm like, no, it added nothing to keep it all as one track.
Yeah.
To me. It doesn't make any sense why they did that, and it's kind of annoying. But if they, so that's like, that knocks it down for me. But I think this is one of their like best releases. Like it's a really really tight EP. I think I tried to find like what the names of the, because it every time it switches tracks it'll say like kind of in the background, like section 1, section 2. So section 1 is the My Whole Life, My Whole Fucking Life. I think it's really cool, a little messy, but especially the like more low-key section is really fun to listen to. And then section 2 is like kind of a 2-part thing. Like section 2 and section 3 are like kind of the same song. Like they reference similar things. So I have it as Panic Part 1, which is section 2, as B tier, and then part 2 is A tier. Then section 4 was Bald Head Girl, which I think it gets a little cringe, but overall I had it as B tier. Like I had nothing below B tier for this. And then I think it starts to get really good after this. I think Come and Go, like Come and Go As You Please, section 5 is S tier. It's one of my, like, I'll be coming back to that a lot, or at least I would be if I could listen to it on its own without skipping to like 20 minutes in. And then High was like really short but really cool, and then Black Body has some really good lyrics and is super like well structured. And then I also like State of Drugs a lot. So overall, average was a 4, was A tier. I think this is an A tier release.
Damn. For me, I only listened to it once. Also on a plane.
I listened to it twice.
And I liked Steroids, and I liked More Than a Fairy, and then I thought Electronic Drum Solo Dub Mix was the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm kidding. The worst Death Grips release I've ever heard in my entire life.
It's fair.
And I think it was more like it was cool, but I only listened to it once. I probably should go back and listen to the thing more.
Yeah, and
to
I wouldn't.
Steroids at least.
would treat it as a separate, because I guess yeah, they were bundled together, but it does feel like you're getting with the EP, you're getting this weird single take thing that
Yeah,
I didn't
it
care
didn't
for
make
either.
sense. Listen to all
Plus a
three.
single. I also really liked the single though, so
The electronic drum solo dub mix, holy shit. It's just like banging in your ears for 11 minutes.
yeah, yeah.
Honestly, I don't care where we put this one. Because I think I
I'd-
have
I'd put it at A.
bottom of A.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, definitely bottom. And yeah, the fact that it is one track like does kind of pull it down. And if the only way to listen to it was like if those were attached to it on Spotify, that would also bring it down for me. So like the fact that you listen to it that way, tough. Okay, you're up
Alright,
for
the last one.
Year of the
You're the
Snitch.
snitch. I'm gonna start this off with I think Death Grips is done. I don't think they're gonna release anything ever again. I think they're over. All right.
sure.
The song the shit ends with outro. They've never done an outro before on anything. And then right after that it says disappointed. The last song is disappointed, you know? It's probably like here's our outro. You motherfuckers are gonna be disappointed in whatever the fuck we put out, we're done, you know? That's their message. That's what I think.
The lyrics are wah 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 disappointed.
It's
wah,
so
wah, wah, wah,
awesome.
disappointed.
I don't know what they have going on this album. It sounds like they got the fucking Super Mario 64 sound font on this bitch. This album I think is it's like weird for Death Grips,
It's so
which is so
weird.
fucking weird to say. Like it's almost like David Lynch doing the Straight Story. Like it's a completely fine movie, but seeing David Lynch do like a really fine movie just feels weird. So I feel like with Death Grips, it's like they're doing some like really weird stuff they haven't done before. That's like maybe like more listenable, but just feels out of character for them.
More listenable.
Um,
Interesting.
what else do I have here? So this one, I think a lot of it's was 7s and 6s. The ones that stood out to me were Death Grips is Online, Ha Ha Ha, Dilemma, and Disappointed. I think Death Grips is Online just starts off really fun.
Mhm.
Ha 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 has some weird shit. Dilemma has like I don't even fucking know. I think I just really like some of the instrumentation they do,
Has
and
it-
then Disappointed is really
God,
cool too.
The like slow, like it sounds like a movie score, like the synth bridge that comes in like
Yeah.
wah, ba-da-da, ba-da-da, on Dilemma is beautiful. I just wish the rest of the track was good.
I feel like that's like brings it up for me that one
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
I can end what I have to say about it with my favorite lyric being "I'll do anal in the pit."
Same. Let's go. I actually marked that one down because at this point, when I got to this album, I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit!" I was supposed to be keeping track of lyrics, and I screenshot that one.
And then
The
my favorite.
full section. Oh wait, you finished, yeah.
I was gonna say my favorite sample was "Paranoia Man in Cheap Shit Room" on Ha Ha Ha.
Yeah, the full anal in the pit bar is looking like a hedgehog's "Let's Go Sonic," trying to beat your mom and shit. I'll do anal in the pit. Repulsive as a benched Nick. Show your titties and I'll spit. It's yeah, crazy. That's on Ha Ha Ha, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think the whole like point of that song is just a bunch of kind of like really
Shit sounds like the
raunchy,
Garden.
gross out shit. It does not sound like the Garden.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't. Okay, I see what you mean. But once it hits 30 seconds, it no longer sounds like the Garden.
Yeah.
I don't think we have very much overlap in stuff we liked. Also, Linda's in Custody was one of my only F tier tracks.
Oh, I don't like
it's
that
the
one.
only it's the only non-instrumental F tier I have. When this album came out, I was so incredibly hyped.
Yeah.
I'd been listening to the singles. I was like, I can't wait to hear what like pulls it all together. Uh, and I wanted to like it so much. I listened to it so many times, and it to the point where like I was nauseous, and it it's still kind of makes me nauseous because it's so like weird. It doesn't come together. And also the production on it is so fucking tinny. Like there's so much just like really compressed dog shit sounding like
Super
parts
Mario
of the
64
arrangement.
sound
Yeah,
font.
exactly. And it's sad because I'm like, if this didn't sound the way it does, I would actually be able to get into it.
Damn.
A lot of it is hella cluttered too. There's just too much going on, and it like that's kind of the reason I don't like Dilemma that much because they have these elements that are super super cool and like kind of cinematic and interesting. And then there's just like the most annoying sound you've ever heard in your life playing over it, and you're like, Jesus Christ, make it stop. Um, but because of the really cool stuff, it ends up like drawing me in, and I have a hard time not listening to the album all the way through whenever I put it on, and I'm just like, God, I'm never satisfied by it. And I think they knew that. I think that's why the last track is disappointed. Um, I don't think it's talking about like the future. I think it's like kind of a prediction because they it, I my theory is that at this point in the band's existence, they're like, this is the kind of shit we're going to be making. It's going to be super weird and stuff like no one's ever really heard before or done before because that's all that's left, and we know our fans aren't like gonna like that. So we're kind of I think they were just like done. They're like, this is what was left in the tank, and no one really wants that, I guess. And I think this is one of their most like divisive albums. Like fans are very split on it. Like I love some parts and hate most parts. But it is interesting. The track that most surprised me, I've always known that I love Black Paint and Disappointed, but I didn't realize how much I love The Fear. Um, I have been listening to a lot of jazz lately, and I had barely listened to any jazz when this came out. And so the jazz parts of it like didn't really I wasn't super familiar with jazz, so the jazz influence on The Fear was like hard for me the first time. But listening to it now, I'm like, wow, that's a amazing track, and I want more like that. But the rest of it, almost the entire rest of the album, I could do without. Like it goes from mid to awful for me.
Damn.
So,
Yeah,
so I have
think
it
there's
as C.
some really good songs and then some like stuff I don't care about. You had it as C. Jesus fucking Christ.
Uh,
All right, I had it in A.
no.
Maybe
I can live with B. I can
Okay.
live with B.
I'll put it in the middle of B. The
Yeah.
pure middle of both of everything. All right. It's exactly like a. It's like a tower.
It's like balls.
It's like the whatever it's called, the bell curve.
Yeah, this is the Death Grips bell curve.
The Death Grips bell curve. I'm dead.
Uh, nice. This is a solid ranking.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. This is fucked. This is such a fucked listen for everything. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I think there's always something I listen to and be like, I'm glad. And I think that was the powers that be I was like, I would have never listened to that before, and now I have, and so
Nice.
it's I really appreciate it.
Yeah, for me, I'm glad I actually gave the Crouching Tiger, because when it came out, I tried just listening to it all together as one song and not like understanding what was going on. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is overwhelming. I don't like it. But I broke it into pieces and I was like, wait, this is great.
Yeah.
And then coming back to No Love Deep Web, I'll be listening to that more, and probably the second half of Powers That Be too, because yeah, I was more impressed by it, and I'm glad you like it that much. So
That shit was fucking awesome.
I'll check it out some more.
I was dreading it so much, and it ended up becoming my favorite album.
Okay. I
Alright.
am a little terrified.
Terrified?
Yeah, because I have no control over what's about to
Oh,
happen.
what's about the next song? The next thing we do?
Yeah.
So, I think we've been going a little crazy with, maybe slightly too ambitious with some of our, discographies in a row that we've been doing. So I was like, for this next one, let's keep it simple. I don't want to be listening to more than 10 fucking things, like that's
Mhm.
we did King Gizzard, which was 25, and then we went to this, which was like still not even that many things, but when we did everything, there was 13 fucking projects with a double EP, a double album, so that was 14.
And if you think about density, like
Oh,
Death
God.
Grip is hard to get.
Yes. So I was like, let's do something easy for the next one. I had two ideas, in mind, but I think, hold on, where the hell? Yeah, I want to keep it light. So, I'd say that for the next artist, I think we should cover, Grimes.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I've only listened to like 2 albums, so
I think I've listened to one, so
hell yeah.
I think it would be cool. I think there's 5 studio albums, and then there's like an EP that's short we can throw on there, so should be relatively easy compared to the past couple of fucking ones we've done.
Mhm. Kind of glad. I was worried you were about to bait and switch me and be like, let's do something simple, a little bit of car seat headrest.
No, no,
Because I know it's coming one day.
no.
I know
We'll
one
have to
day
save that for a
it's all
season
gonna
finale.
fall.
Oh God.
Okay, so we can probably, season 2, we gotta build up momentum.
We do.
New episode in like a couple weeks, probably.
Within the next month, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I like a lot of artists that fans of Grimes on Spotify like, but I also find her to be the most like obnoxious person on the planet.
That's why, as I
so-
say, it's like rest in peace, Grimes. You were great. It's so sad you're gone now.
Yeah.
But we will have the in memoriam stream for Grimes.
Yeah. Also, that was hyperbole. She's not like that. She's just
No, she is. She's dead.
not
She's
the
dead.
most of.
Grimes is dead.
No, I meant.
Yeah, rest in peace.
No, of course she's dead. Like, I know that she died, but I mean, her when she was alive, calling her the most obnoxious is hyperbole. All right.
Thank you guys
for
for tuning
tuning
in.
Yeah.
This is a fucked stream, but we did it. It's like 4 months since the last one, and that was like a bonus episode, or 3 months. No, it's been 4 months since we did a stream.
Damn. Tragic.
All right. Do we end the stream?
Yep.
All right. See the goodbye to our one concurrent viewer, which is probably Aiden. All right.
Probably Aiden.
Yeah, let's hit end stream.